think it's time.
Who will master Motorland? MotoGP, 5 races to go, and the next one starts now. Lead into turn 1, but he's wide.
Yeah, he's well wide. Morbidelli hugged the inside line, got into the lead briefly. It's a Yamaha. Just failed to recover it. One more lap in Barcelona. Mir was going to be the winner. Dovizioso fights back on Mark.
At that, between the number 73, the Moto2 world champion, and Dobby.
Andrea Dovizioso's probably thinking, you know what, I'm about to contend with so many years.
Morbidelli's closing now on Fab, going
brilliant.
for it. Brilliant move. 6th place now then for Alex Marquez, but he's slightly wide in. He's got the inside line. He'll hold on to ever dry position. 6th here in Aragon.
Well, we do know he loves Motorland Aragon. 4 podiums and 8 races here,
Miller,
wasn't he?
Rider. Oh yeah, again, Quattararo wide. He cannot hold a line at the
years, didn't they? Mazzano 2007 to have 2 bikes on the podium. Marquez going for on the inside of Franco.
That is unbelievable. He moves up into 4th place. Across the line
through the pack.
Look at Alex Marquez.
Like a single point ahead of Joan Mir, but it's potentially going to get much worse for the Frenchman.
Alex Marquez.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, you really do have to take your hat off to Alex Marquez. There are not going to be too many PV.
In Mazzano has boosted them so much, but the confidence that is running through the veins of Alex Marquez is extraordinary.
Absolutely fantastic. Fabio Quattararo is another 151 from him. Nowhere near the pace.
Rins leads. The gap back to his teammate Joan Mir, 4 tenths, with just a bike length in the top 3. It's not looking at the moment like there's going to be a Yamaha on the podium. Marquez.
Yeah, Rins has got that gap covered to Mir by about 4 tenths, half a second. This is where Alex Marquez, 17, hasn't he? The edge grip.
What happens with the tyres? The gap's come down to Rins out front to 3 tenths. But Alex Marquez
coming into Aragon, and look at this now. He's going to go up the inside of Joan Mir as he into turn 5. No thought about it. Got right onto the rear tire. He feels like he can win this, doesn't he, Alex Marquez?
Well, he probably could.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be in these tricky conditions where we know the grip goes away quite quickly. Davide Brivio, well, he can barely watch. We've seen that a few times, that shot this year. Yeah,
for those...
Fabio Quattararo will be desperately hoping that Alex Marquez can do him a favour here and try and pinch a few points away from Mir.
Bit of a moment as a rock.
So too is Alex Rins as well. You know he's wasted a couple of big opportunities so far.
Well, here it is then. He's going to get into the slipstream and turn 16, where he's able to hold the line so much stronger than the Suzuki's up ahead of him. It's going to be midway through this corner where you're going to see Alex Marquez try and go through on the inside. Here he goes, through he goes.
Brilliant by Alex Marquez. Can he incredibly make it? Marquez, I mean, this has been absolutely astonishing performance by the younger Marquez brother. Truly remarkable. Half a second with 4.5 laps to go. Time is on his side. There's pressure mounting and pressure building, and from an unlikely source in the 73 Repsol Honda of Alex Marquez.
Of course, former teammates Alex Rins and Alex Marquez.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there was not a lot of love lost between those two back in the day when they were...
This is outrageous, isn't it? This is absolutely outrageous.
Bitter rivals, well, that just incentivised him that little bit more, doesn't it?
The gap's 3 tenths at them around that final corner. 4 laps to go now in Aragon.
That medium front tyre choice might be a Marquez master. Around less as he can carry lean angle as well. At the moment, you've got to say Mir struggling to get back on par. How much risk will Joan Mir be willing to take? I'm sure he's got a message on his pit board or on the dashboard exactly what's happened. A bit more about the championship rather than taking risks of 2 men fighting with 2 men ahead of him who clearly are not really championship contenders at.
Are Alex Marquez and Taka Nakagami, both on Hondas.
Well, Nakagami was awesome late on in Barcelona when everybody's Marquez. Look at his rear tyre, squirming, screaming for grip as he got on the gas coming through turn 11.
Dropping down the hill into turn 14, a bit wide on entry there from Alex Rins. Alex Marquez will round off turn 15. Opposite lock there from Rins. He looks to try and get the drive down the back straight. There will be 3 laps remaining when we come around.
It's the medium front. He can turn it so much tighter with that medium front tyre. He's been better in that corners all race long. Throwing everything at him. Davide Brivio, again, looking incredibly pensive. As you'd expect, because Alex Rins, he's right there, right on his case. When is that move going to come then from the rookie?
Champion here is closing on the Suzuki of Alex Rins.
Nah, he's got nothing to lose as well as Alex Marquez. You know he's going to throw everything at it. Mir looks like he's taken his medicine. He's not going to be having a breakthrough victory in MotoGP today unless there's fireworks ahead. Really struggling now for rear grip on that soft tyre.
Into turn 12. Rins still has the advantage over for Yamaha. Julian Marquez looking on. If you look to the left there with his fingers still crossed. 16, here he comes.
You can look at that shot of his father on the left-hand side of the screen. He can barely watch.
It's coming now.
It's Alex versus Alex. Rins versus Marquez with 2 to go in Aragon. Who's going to be the winner?
Wide into turn 1. In the background there, Vinales is closing a bit on Joan Mir. There are 2 laps from
Alex Marquez running that tighter line again. He just gets that rear tyre spinning up a little bit, doesn't he?
We are going to have
he's not giving soft rear tyre, hooked up brilliantly on the factory Suzuki. As he's one covered, he's running a little bit wide, but it will be a famous Rins home victory in Aragon.
It's Alex from Alex. Aragon ahead of Alex Marquez, who gets a dry podium.